When he go home, he relax with pep. Yo, come inside. We waiting on you. We about to go live here. Heaven Hollywood. Heaven Hollywood Experience. We're gonna see what's up. Lot to talk about, mainly niggers. Oh man. We got a lot to talk about, mainly niggers. Hold on, y'all. Come on in. We're gonna see what's up. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. What's up, Sexy 60? What's up? What's up? We'll give it a few more minutes. You can come in here and let me make sure my YouTube is monetized. What's up? What's up? Cinema Roll. What's up? Bam Bam said Diddy disgraced New York rappers. Yeah, well, you know, we all freaky in our own little way, but you got to have limits. As my boy, I was talking to my boy T. Shout out to my boy T. And he said, man, we all freaky, but you just got to have limits, man. Got to have limits. You don't have limits, stuff like this happens, right? And now your life is going to be ruined and your kids' life may be ruined. Hopefully not. But if he didn't have a game plan in place for his kids, right? Which I would hope he had. I'm going to hope that he had put money away from what I heard he did. So let's hope that's true. What's up, Lydia? Y'all come on through. It's the Heaven Hollywood Experience, y'all. It's the Heaven Hollywood Experience, y'all. So tonight we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of things. Right. Don't share your freak or whatever. We're talking about a whole bunch of things. I'm sure there's a lot of people that's in the industry that may be even freakier than Diddy. But guess what? The whole world don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? The whole world don't know about it, though. Can't just be letting everybody in on your freakiness. Most of his assets aren't even in his name, but his kids and mom. Well, if that's the truth, that's smart. Because guess what? Regardless, they can't take it if it's in Justin's name. They can't take it if it's in his mama's name. So if he did do that, that would have been smart. That'll probably be the smartest move he made. If he put those assets in his mama and his children's name, that'd be the smartest thing he did. Because you can't take it from him. So I kind of hope he really did do that. All right. But what I did with you, I'm not going with him over there. All right, so check this out. lot of people just talk about. We're gonna get into the whole Cardi B, whether it was right, whether it wasn't right, right? So you want to start off with Cardi B? We're gonna start off light. We're gonna start off light. Hold on a minute. We're gonna start off light. Let's just say Cardi B, right or wrong? Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, yo. Um, so people are saying I kind of heard mixed takes on if she cheated while she was pregnant with somebody else's baby. That's disgusting. I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of people say that's whole mentality. If you pregnant with one man's kid and you have sex with somebody else, um, some people said, "Oh, so what? He was effing other girls while Cardi was pregnant. So why can't she sleep with other M words when she pregnant? What's the difference? He didn't have no respect for her. He was smashing other girls while she was pregnant with his baby. So why can't she smash other N words while she's pregnant with his baby? And where I get that, okay, I get it, what you're saying. The whole cheek fat thing, not really my thing, but I get it. I understand it. You know, if I'm with a girl and I cheat on her and she finds out and it really hurts her, and then she cheats back with someone to get me upset, and then she says, "Now see how it feels now." I really can't at that point say, "Oh, I'm putting you on blast because you cheated on me," but you've already cheated on me, and it's already been out there. But me personally, I think I think cheating on somebody with and you're pregnant, I think that's a little much. I think that's a little much. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying whether she was right for doing it or wrong for doing it. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that's a little much. That you're pregnant with a dude's kid and then you go sleep with somebody else while you're pregnant. You couldn't wait until, well, I know you'll end up waiting 6, 7 months if you wait till after you have the kid, and then you got to wait another 6 weeks to get sold up or whatever. So I don't know whether she was thinking that. I don't know what she was thinking. Oh, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna have to wait too long. I don't really know. I don't really know. Sexy sis, it happens all the time. Cardi is right, and she got his ass good. Pregnant women hook up all the time. Okay, so Lydia, I've never done it, but I know women who have. Says Sexy 60. Lydia said Cardi is right, and she got his ass good. Pregnant women hook up all the time. 60 said happens all the time. Bam Bam says Cardi crashing out, or is it for clout? No, I think this is real this time. Also, it's in his bad boy's business. He saw this thing coming. Okay, that's about the Diddy thing. What's up, Ariane? How you doing, Ariane? So Lydia said she's right to do it. Again, I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying it's a little much to me. You know, I can see if you weren't pregnant, or if you um already had the baby and now you're hooking up with somebody. I get it, but I also know that it gives an extra satisfaction to women knowing that they really, really hurt the person who's been constantly hurting her since they've been married. I mean, how she even lasted this long with this dude is beyond me, right? Why she lasted this long with this dude is beyond me. But I digress. Um, but as everyone knows by now, they were uh on the internet going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. Meanwhile, there's been a guy that's come out now. Cardi's over at Paris Fashion Week, I believe. She's over there killing it. Paris Fashion Week. So all this is working out good for her because she's getting a lot of publicity from it, right? She spoke fast. Cardi has no more emotional connection to that man. When that happens, there is nothing he can do or anyone can say to hurt her anymore. It's also a dangerous game when a woman is fed up for good. Hmm. Let's see what Cardi said. Let's see what she said. I want to see what she said. Okay. She wasn't talking there, but everyone heard us say, basically, you've done it all. He's trying to tell her who he's going to be hooking up with, Jade, and it's Jade. It's definitely Jade. I already gave y'all that video. It's definitely Jade. And when he's saying I'm hooking up with your ops and this and another, he's talking about Jade. And you can tell when it's Jade, it hurts a little extra more because number one, you're looking at a girl who could have possibly sent her to jail. She could not her sent her to jail, but she could have got sent to jail over Jade very easily. She got off because it was her first time or whatever, and she got off with a slap on the wrist, really. But she could have very easily got put in jail over Jade. On top of that, this will make the second time since the Jade incident that Offset has been allegedly messing with Jade again. So it's obviously that he is doing that. That's going to hurt Cardi a little extra, and that's one reason. And the second reason, let's just keep it a buck. And I've been saying this forever. Now I love Cardi. I think Cardi's sexy. I think she's nice looking. I don't care what anyone else says. But if we just talking physical, that Jade is another level. Whew. That Jade is another level. And I can see why a female would be a little intimidated. That's a bad chick. That's a bad chick. Um, right. I'm telling you, she just left it a long time ago, man. Yep. So I can see why Jade would, bother her. If you're just talking about looks. Now we know she ain't got the money Cardi got. She don't have the status Cardi got. right? So she's nowhere near Cardi when it comes to status and what have you. But if you stripped away their status and you stripped away their money and you stripped away and you just put them next to each other and told men to pick who they want, you put 100 men and they didn't know that that was Cardi B. They didn't know that was Jade. They didn't know that none of their body is fake. They're just looking at they're not caring about fake and real and whatever. But you're just looking at the women physically. None of them open. Neither one of them opened their mouth. And you ask 100 guys to pick one of them two girls. I'd be willing to bet 80 of them pick Jade. Not that Cardi is bad looking. I think Cardi's sexy as fuck. But I just think that Jade is another level. But we're talking just straight physical. So when Offset goes back to her or keeps messing with her again, he's doing it based on the physical. And because he knows it'll hurt Cardi. And when she looked in the camera and said, "You done it all," I could see the hurt. I don't know if y'all, I could see the hurt in her eyes. And when she said that, she really let it kick in that I wasted all my 20s with this sorry ass nigga. I wasted all my 20s. Now I'm 31 or 32, however old she is. I got 3 kids by him. You know what I mean? And that's why he's out there saying, I won. You're the baby mama. You got 3 kids. It's too late. I'm always going to be in your life. So he kind of like trapped her. What's up, Marcel? That's kind of like a trap. He laughing. Ha, ha, ha. I won. I win. You the BM. Niggas be doing that. They be trapping girls and girls don't really realize. They be saying he knows that she's a good catch. She said 7 years together. I never cheated on him. I don't believe that. But together, when they were together, I do believe it. But you know, everybody talks about the Bruno Mars rumor, whatever. But that happened when they were on the break. They were split up when the Bruno Mars allegedly happened. Then there were some rumors that she smashed Pop Smoke. Rest in peace. But that so-called happened after the first time he took after when she wanted the first divorce. That Pop Smoke rumor been around for a minute. Never fully confirmed, but it's a rumor that you never heard a rumor that's so random that it's like, you know what, that might be true. It's that random. It's that random. Yeah, Marcel, I'm gonna give y'all that. I have to go into. Hold on. I gotta figure out how to do it. I gotta go into. Hold on. YouTube. Thank you for reminding me about that. Because I can never seem to do it on when I'm on StreamYard, but I should be able to do it if I go into it on YouTube. So hold on. It's over. Jay-Z caught on tape. I mean, so these people that are putting people like Murad Morale, didn't you get exposed already? Calling people racist names. You see, he jumped off the internet for almost a year. And now I guess he thinks people forgot about him, so he's back. This Murad Morale, you got exposed already, sir. I don't know why anybody's even listening to you again. Remember, he got caught on tape calling people racist names and showing his feet, like kicking dudes with his feet and shit like that. Hey Shay, hey Shay. I miss you, say. Yeah, remember he got on, he got exposed, and then he had to get off the internet for like a year because he was talking about all this defending black women and this, that, and the third, and then he got exposed for like saying racial slurs and shit like behind their back. But let's see here. All right. I should be able to control this like from here. So anyway, the Cardi B situation, I'm gonna go and say I get it. I understand her frustration with Offset, and I get it. The cheat back thing, not really my thing, but I understand it. A lot of people say they're all they're cool with it, right? A lot of people say they're cool with it. Okay, I think I got it, Marcel. Okay, so Marcel just added you as one. Um, and I gotta add some other people. All right. So I get this whole thing, man. And again, I'm not gonna say Cardi B's wrong for her, interaction with another dude. But as far as everybody's saying, oh, she using it as a rollout, I think this is me personally. I think this is real. I think her and Offset are done. I think she finally realizes that she should not have wasted. She's wasted too much time with him. And what's happening right now is Cardi B is about to pivot into the world of fashion. Why? If you noticed, all this weekend they've been promoting her heavy. They've been promoting her heavy overseas. Paris World. Atlantic Records is about to fold. Lucian Granger's son is about to take over. So they're gonna have close to 50% of the record label under their hand, under their wing. If you've seen Cardi hanging out with, y'all see who she was hanging out with, right? Y'all see who she hanging out with, right? Who Cardi B was hanging out with? Thank you for the super sticker, Shay. You know I love you. Um, who was Cardi B hanging out with over the weekend? She was hanging out with Michelle. What's her name? Um, Michelle, whatever that weird name lady is. The wife of Rick Owens. Now Rick Owens is the number one show right now on Paris Fashion Week, and Cardi B models for Rick Owens, and she gets front row to all his shows. She gets, yeah, the witch. They want the Michelle the witch. She gets front row to all his shows, and she was hanging out with her tough. Now you know the rumor about Michelle. I think Cardi B is pivoting into the fashion world where she is. And let's just keep it a buck. I like the way Nicki dresses. I like the way Megan dresses. Um, I like the way Sweetie dresses. But when it comes to female rappers, Cardi B is far and above the number one female rap as far as fashion goes. To me, it's not even close. It's not even close. Um, so I believe that she is working on something with Rick Owens to get her underneath Rick Owens as a designer on her own line under Rick Owens, or a designer on Rick Owens' line. That's what I believe is happening. Because the music industry in another 5 years, to me, everybody's gonna be independent. I think everybody's gonna be independent before the year 2030. I think there'll be no record labels left. Hey Bree, hey Couture Bay. I'm gonna be doing my industry parties about my industry stories about the Diddy parties. I'm gonna probably record that tonight or tomorrow because I got the industry story about the Diddy parties that I was at. I was at 5 of them in my life, and all of them have a different story attached to them. All of them got a different story attached to them. So I'm gonna probably do the industry story, and I'm gonna probably break the industry stories up to maybe like 3 or 4 different videos. All right. Now, well, if everyone's independent, it's bad for the record industry, right? But in order for you to survive being an independent, you have to have a strong fan base. If you do not have a strong fan base, you're not going to survive as an independent artist. So the Drakes of the world, the Nicki, as long as they're willing to spend money. Now, another thing is, if you're independent, you have to be willing to spend money. So the Nickies of the world, the Drakes of the world, the Taylor Swifts of the world. I'm not really so sure about pop. I think pop music will still exist, right? But people of that nature. I mean, does Doja Cat have the strength? I don't know. The Weekends of the world, they have their own fan base. They have a certain fan base wherein if they didn't have a record label pushing them, they can still survive. But there's not many. There's not many. If you would have told me 3 years ago, I would include NBA YoungBoy in that list. But as the years have passed, his popularity is starting to dim a little bit. Then you throw in that he's inside. Right? So, but if you have a fan base, you're gonna be able to survive. If Drake would have made that move 3 years ago, 4 years ago, the whole industry would have been able to eat off it. But now that it's 3, 4, 5 years later, I'm telling you, in 5 years, all the artists that are signed will be AI artists. In 5 years, I'll say that again. All the artists that will be signed will be AR artists. I'm going to act like Dr. Umar. In 5 years, all of the artists signed will be AI artists. I'm talking about as far as rap goes and rap R&B hybrid or whatever the hell else. Marcel, if it was a major chess move, if he did it 3 to 5 years ago when he first got out of that deal, I would say, oh man, what a move by Drake. It can benefit everybody. I don't know how much it'll benefit them now because the record labels have kind of caught on. And they're saying, you know what? Why should we invest in an album? When we can go surf TikTok, we could pay some TikTokers and we can go and search TikTok and get a 2 minute find a 2 minute moment, put that song out because everybody's streaming it, get billions of streams off it, ride the wave for about 3 to 5 months on the song, and then while we're riding that wave 3 to 5 months, we can get this artist and try to get another song, luck up and get another hit. And if we don't, oh well, we just caught a billion streams off this artist, and now we're gonna go and find the next one. That's where it works. That's where it works now. Um, Artists are no longer getting developed, so they don't have time. Like back in the day, you would pick up an artist and you would sign them to a 1 year production deal, meaning we're gonna put you on the shelf. We're gonna give you a little bit of money. We're gonna give you, 10,000, right? If you need to buy a car to get around to these meetings, to get back and forth to rehearsal, you'll be able to buy a car. You could put 5,000 in your pocket, or buy an $8,000 car and put 2,000 in your pocket. And within this next year, we're going to develop you into an artist. They don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. They don't have time to develop artists because streaming and everything's moving so fast, and you got all these microwave millionaires. It's kind of like streamers and a lot of podcasters and bloggers. They're on there talking broken English, not putting periods where, not stopping when you're supposed to stop, run on sentences, just have no interviewing skills, yet and still they got 1 million subs. They made 150,000 last year. They ain't been to college the first. A lot of them dropped out of high school, and they don't really care. Why should I go to college now? I made 200,000 last year. I'm making more than a college student. Why should I go to college? That's what the internet has done. The internet has watered down. It's made a lot of people a lot of money, but it's also watered down the quality of what you're getting. Cameras looking all suspect. They all dark, pixelated. But because they got a fan base, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. And then they somebody like Spotify or somebody see them, oh man, they getting a lot of motion. Hey, let's go give them a $4 million deal. You know what I'm saying? Let's go give them a $4 million deal. And I look at that like Rory and Mal. What did Rory and Mal, right? They were on Joe Budden. They were Joe Budden's sidekicks. The only thing the only thing Mal said was, that's crazy. That's crazy. The whole podcast, that's crazy. They got like a $5 million deal. Because when they left Joe Budden, they did a test show, and everybody, because people likes being messy, because people like division, they said we're gonna go and make them more popular than Joe Budden. Just so we can go back to Joe Budden and say, oh, look at your views. Rory and Mal got more views than you. You needed them. They didn't need you. So people made them hot for a few months, and then Spotify said, oh man, look at all the views they're getting. Let's go give them a deal. So then they get the deal based off of the motion that they got over those few months after leaving Joe Budden. But then once people realized, and Couture hit it, took exactly where I was getting ready to go. Once people realized that they're really not that talented, and that Maul, yeah, he's the brother of Biggs, who's in partner with Jay-Z, and I think Rory has like some connections to Rock Nation. That's cool, but you guys aren't really that interesting. I don't think I've ever sat through one Rory and Maul podcast. Never. I haven't sat through one of them. Right? Just not interesting to me. But now that they got some motion in this new era of social media and this new era of clout chasing and microwave millionaires, they get them a $4 or $5 million deal. So yes, you are in the age of people are making money. Like if you're out there and you're creating content, there are a lot of avenues for you to get paid for when you don't have to work another job. There's a lot of avenues. Now, again, if you're a little late to the party, if you started doing this like within the last year or two, three, it's going to be a little harder. But people that started doing this, before the pandemic and right before the pandemic hit, and people that started with the react sort was able to see it coming down the pipe, and they started with the reaction videos in 2017, 2018, or started doing their vlogger podcast. Those people are millionaires by now. Most of them. Most of those people are millionaires, or has at least made over $1 million. I know 3 years ago, before her lawsuit, Tasha K made $2 million off of YouTube alone. That was the year before the lawsuit. So when people talk about suing, oh, just sue them. Cardi B sued Tasha K. Well, number one, Tasha K wasn't broke. It's the first thing. Ooh. All right, we're back. Y'all can still hear me? I don't know why they put that up. Can y'all still hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can still hear me, man. Shout out to T.I. Can y'all see him? Okay, cool. What do you say? Shout out to T.I.? Shout out to T.I. Um, so yeah, as I was saying, man, we're gonna move on from Cardi B. We're gonna jump into something else. So whether she was right or wrong, I say I see both ways with that situation. I personally think it's a little too much, having sex with someone else while you're pregnant. But as people said in here, hey, it happens. Oh well, he shouldn't have been cheating on her. So I get it. Let's see what's next. Okay. Let's get into these alleged Diddy tapes, right? Let's really get into it. You know me, I don't do the narratives. I'm the narrative killer. I don't do narratives. You know, I don't take speculation as facts. Opinions are not facts. Somebody in the room says opinions are not facts. So, I don't do the narrative shit. I destroy narratives. So, if you go on channels like Tisa Tells, Murad with his old suspect self, Murad Morale, the dude from North Carolina, I think his show is like Tough City TV, and all these other blogs and a lot of YouTube stations. I think the Davies guy posted it. You'll see a lot of people saying that there is a list. I think Twitter guy is doing it. There is a list that have been released. The FBI has released a list of people on the Diddy sex tape. Right? This is what they're saying. There's a list. Right? Now, P. Diddy's bodyguard recorded his sex parties. This is horrific. The video below is allegedly Diddy and Meek Mill. Here is the video. Right? So they got some stills going where it is blacked out. You see this all over Twitter. Right? Yeah, Tough City TV. I spoke on them, Marcel. So check this out. There was a woman who came on. It's a lawyer, right? It's a lawyer that came on, and she said that there are tapes now. What's happening to kill Tupac? Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. So Keefe Diaz confessed, says he was hired by P. Diddy for $1 million to kill Tupac in a police interrogation. Oh, that was back in 2023. So I'm trying to find this lawyer. So she says that there is a tape going around Hollywood of the Freakoffs. And she says that there is a person who is as high profile as Diddy on the tape in a threesome with Diddy. When asked did she see the tape, she said, I saw a still of the tape. And you can tell who the person is. So this lawyer, you said who? The lawyer is a lawyer of, I believe, the girl who just filed the lawsuit. The girl who just filed the lawsuit, she stepped up and said, oh, Hollywood, excuse me, the government, it has to be the government, are already shopping tapes, right? The government's already shopping this tape around Hollywood. And they have contacted the person in the tapes with Diddy to try to do like the catch and kill type thing. Offered them exclusive money for exclusive rights to the tape. Now, I'm trying to find this lady. If somebody could give me a name, I can find it. Hold on. I looked across TMZ, right? I looked for CNN. I didn't see any of these stories on there. I didn't see any of these stories on TMZ or CNN or anything. It is right now for Tyson victims. Let me see. Hold on. Lawyer says, hold on. Diddy tapes being shot. Right? Come on. Let me get the name of this person. Of course, all the urban blogs are posting. Lawyer for new Diddy accuser reveals she's okay. So I'm reading it here. I found it on Reddit. Some black chick looking suspect. Some high yellow heifer. Jeez. Some high yellow heifer. Ariel Mitchell Kidd, attorney for the new Sean Diddy Combs accuser, says she's been contacted regarding the sale of one of Diddy's tapes. Mitchell Kidd would not reveal who was in the video, of course, but said Combs and someone more high profile than him could be seen in the pornographic tape. There already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around, but one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video. Mitchell Kidd said Friday on Banfield. I can tell the video was pornographic. This was in his Atlanta home, and it does seem like the person isn't looking into the video. To me, it doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. She goes into further detail and says, saying that she received screen grabs of the video that clearly show the sexual nature of the incident. Now, what's up, Bobby Ruffin? Now, let's break that down. So there's tapes going around Hollywood of the Diddy Freakoffs or whatever, and people are making offers. They're saying that in the Hollywood black market. So I guess you're talking what? Oh, you can see it on duckduckgoose.com and Mary had a little lamp.net. Are you going to be, oh, can you find it on Google? Nah, man, nah, son. Don't go to Google. Google's a part of the machine. You ain't going to be able to find it on Google. What you got to do is go incognito. First, reboot your computer and boot up in safe mode. Make sure you boot it up in safe mode, though. Then, even though you're in safe mode, still go incognito. Right? Still go incognito. And then don't go to Google while you pressing Control Alt. Don't press Control Alt and Delete. Press Control Alt and print screen. And then type in maryhadalittlelamp.com. That's going to take you to the black market. And then search for Diddy tapes. First of all, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. That's the first thing. You ain't fucking my computer up, giving it all sorts of malware and hardware and everything else. Second of all, this is the same thing they said about Hillary Clinton. Remember when Hillary Clinton, they said she's on the deep web eating children? Y'all remember that? When Hillary was running for president, and even after she wasn't running no more, they were saying, "Oh yeah, there's video of Hillary Clinton on the deep dark web, and she's eating children." Remember? Those videos, of course, never came out. Megan Thee Stallion, earlier this year on Twitter, there was a deep fake video of her look like she's getting smashed, and it turned out to be a deep fake. So, is there a created video out there that may look like Diddy and somebody else? But you can do that now. That's easy. People do that every day. People photoshopping, people that's real good at photoshopping, deep fake. You can do that every day now to anybody. But is it real? Is it authentic? And it's like people want certain people on that list who they want on the list, right? They want Jay-Z in the tapes. They want Beyonce on the tapes. Why? I have no idea. Hell, I'm going to be 100%. I want to see Beyonce on the Freakoff tape my damn self. So I hope, because that will be a tape that I will be copping. If you gonna tell me that Beyonce is on a Freakoff tape, oh, heaven, Hollywood's getting that tape. So trust me, I sure hope she is on it, but I don't think she is. I don't think she is. If I had to bet, what's up, Latoya? If I had to bet any amount of money, if somebody came down and put a gun to my head If somebody had came down right now and put a gun to my head, and I'll use everybody for this, and you can put one or two. So let's just say somebody broke in y'all's house. Everybody in this room, somebody came and broke in y'all's house right now and put a gun to your head and said, you got to get the answer right to save your life. Right now, right this very moment, knowing what little we know or whatever you've seen on the internet, is Jay-Z and Beyonce on these sex tapes? Yes or no? With a gun to your head. You give me the wrong answer, I'm going to blow your head off. If y'all think right now with a gun to your head, would you say Beyonce and Jay-Z's on them tapes? Or would you say they wouldn't? Put a 1 if you say you think they're on them tapes. Put a 2 if you think they're not on the tapes. Right now, your life is on the line. Your life is on the line. I know this is hypothetical. Your life is on the line. So Bobby Ruffin said he gonna say yeah. All right, so we're gonna see when the time comes whether you're gonna have a head or not. Pretty and Paranormal says 1. So right now, not knowing any more information, you would trust your life that they're on them tapes. Both of them. No list has been released. We haven't heard any more information. They haven't been indicted. You would trust it enough that you trust your life with it. All right, we're gonna see what happens when all the information come out. Now I'm playing the percentages. I'm playing the percentages. When it comes to my life, I'm playing the percentages. We're not talking about Harv Pierre here. We're not talking about Christina, his assistant. Can't do it. Can't trust it. I don't know enough information to be saying they on these tapes. I don't know enough information. And knowing the way knowing the way he move and she move, Jay-Z too smart. Jay-Z too smart. I'm sorry. You think Jay-Z, if he know Puffy the way everybody says he should know him, then he knows Puffy got cameras in his house. Ain't no way that Jay-Z is going to be walking around Diddy house and have his wife in Diddy house committing sexual intercourse or sexual crimes or whatever the case may be in someone else's house, knowing they got cameras. There ain't no way that he don't know everything about Diddy's house. And you think he's going to trust Diddy? The Jay-Z I know ain't doing that. Jay-Z and Beyonce, if they on his tapes, they're going to be on there partying. They might be on there dancing, drinking, talking. You talking about Jay-Z, the one who put a condom on before he let Superhead suck him off. Superhead said that's the only person who thought, let me put a condom on. This chick suck a lot of dick. She said Jay-Z was the only guy who thought, let me put a condom on. Even in the moment, after everyone had been talking about Superhead, Jay-Z was still thinking ahead. Jay-Z too smart. He ain't on them tapes, man. Ain't no way in hell. Not on them tapes doing nothing. Now, he might be on the tapes partying. He might be on the tapes drinking at his house. He might be on the tapes socializing. But ain't no way he on them tapes committing sex crimes. Ain't no way. He's too smart. Way too smart. Way too smart. They may have done it, and I guarantee you, he won't tape them. Jay-Z ain't gonna tape himself and keep them tapes. That was Diddy. That's Diddy's biggest mistake. He kept the tapes. Dumb. But that's a narcissist. That's that narcissist bullshit of Diddy. And all of the ones that have doing those things, they all keep the tapes. That's that narcissist shit. You gonna do something like that? That's like a lot of times where the murderer hides the murder weapon, but he still got it. Why do you still have it? You committed a murder. Why do you still have the murder weapon? But a lot of times a narcissist will commit a murder with a gun and then they just go hide the gun, but they still in possession of it. Or they take their clothes off and go and keep their clothes. They just hide their clothes, but you still kept the clothes that you killed somebody in. See what I mean? But that's narcissist shit. Diddy got tapes from 2008. Nigga, that was almost 20 years ago. Why you still got the tapes? If you bought that tape from the hotel, right? If you purchased that tape for $50,000 for the hotel, why didn't you get the tape and burn it? Why did you get the tape and put it in your house? Why? What sense does that make? The whole thing makes me giggle because I'm like, Puffy, now you know who I heard do the same thing, but I bet you he ain't got no tapes. Floyd Mayweather. I heard Floyd Mayweather does the same stuff. Been doing it. Floyd Mayweather, you not look at all the women he got in that mansion. What you think they doing in there? They all fucking Floyd. They all smashing Floyd. He bought women. He bought a girl there from Germany. He's got a girl living in his house that he imported from Germany. She came over to Las Vegas. I'm sure he slept with her by now. Ain't that the same thing? Ain't that trafficking? Floyd been trafficking women for years. Floyd keep 6 or 7 chicks in that mansion. I'm shocked Floyd hasn't been investigated by now for sex trafficking. I'm shocked. High profile and violent secret video. Diddy. Okay, so let me see this again. described a 2018 assault. Okay, so Ariel Kidd is a lawyer. So who she is representing is another sex crime. She described a 2018 assault where her client was drugged and sexually assaulted in Diddy's Atlanta home. The federal investigation into Diddy's continued with numerous allegations of abuse spanning 30 years coming to light. Celebrities are increasingly concerned over the so-called Diddy files. Now, oh boy, we heard the same type of stuff, right? Representing a woman who accused in 2018 the assault, right? The victim in a state of terror escaped to the streets where a neighbor intervened. A police report was filed, though it did not initially name Combs due to the fears of retaliation. In a jaw-dropping twist, Mitchell Kidd claimed that she had been approached by individuals attempting to sell tapes featuring Diddy, tapes that they may have been recorded without the knowledge of those involved. According to Mitchell Kidd, those tapes are pornographic in nature. So this is so-called. All right. So Ashley Bankfield, I've heard this before. So like Catch and Kill. Notice none of these tapes existed before this whole before Diddy got locked up. Nobody talked about these tapes existing. No, so no criminal charges. Mail order woman. Have I would never fly a woman. If we flying, I'm coming to see that woman. Oh yeah, me. I've never flown anyone out. Now I've flown myself. That's how I got my ass abducted. But I never, ever, ever, like back in my wild internet days, like, and wild porn days, like I was never, unless you were in the same city, like I would never fly nobody to hook up with me, right? I would always be like, I'll come to you where you live. And like I said, that's how I got abducted. What's up, CC? Um, yeah, she was like, oh no, no, that cock is not leaving here. Cock is not leaving here. I was like, I got to go. She was like, but you're not. It's funny now. It sure wasn't funny then, Jeff. So, let's see. Yeah, so what do y'all think about these tapes? Couture Bay, you run a channel, a very good channel. If you guys have not checked it out, make sure you add her, follow her, subscribe to Couture Bay on YouTube. One of the few, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but it's just like one of the few women YouTubers that I watch. I don't really watch too many of y'all, but I fuck with Couture. Like I watch hers, and I watch. I don't watch Lovely T anymore, but I watch or listen to Cook, not Cookie. What's her name? What's the chick that got the funny voice? So she sound Haitian. Um, Coffee City. Okay, I do listen to Coffee. Shout out to Coffee City. I do watch her videos, but I don't mess with like the other broad, the Empress or whatever her name is. I don't mess with her. I don't mess with Lovely T anymore. I don't really watch Tasha K. I haven't watched Tasha K in years. I used to watch her videos faithfully. I haven't watched her in years. I don't watch, you know, I don't watch those other broads, but I do watch Couture and Coffee City. I don't even listen to Millie anymore. Like I used to listen to Millie faithfully. That's still my people, but I don't even listen to her anymore either. I've been so Cece said, yeah, I'm getting ready to do my industry story. So Cece says, have you ever been invited to Diddy parties? Of course. Of course. Have I ever attended? Of course. Everyone has. Especially in New York. If you've been in New York or Miami or LA when he's thrown a party, you have gone, especially on the party scene. I've been to five. I was at one in Miami, and the other four was New York. Yeah. I was one in Miami, and the other four was in New York. Everybody has. Um, I used to watch Lovely T, but I just wasn't interested anymore. I've never liked Impressive. Impressive is I used to watch Impressive because I just liked the way she was off camera and she was still able to grab 1 million subs. I always thought that was very intriguing. Like, So I watched her videos because when I do my videos, I'm off camera. So I was like, how did she get a million subs without being on camera? So I used to be impressed with her, like her presentation. But as a person, she's too biased for me. I don't like the bias shit. So that's the reason why I stopped watching her. But as far as her presentation goes, she has a very good presentation. I'll give her that. What do you do at Diddy parties? Nothing. Just party. Yeah, we just partied. There's a few weird, like, but nothing like what they're talking about. So that's how I know that not every party is like that. Was there some people making out at party? Yeah, people make out at the club. People make out at plenty of parties. Was there girls making out with girls? Was there a couple of celebrities making out? Yeah. Was there a couple? I'm gonna tell that. I'm gonna tell the whole story of my industry stories. But it was nothing that I have not seen anywhere else. Hell, when I went to the Nas Hip Hop is Dead party, just like they just put uh look the Diddy party with a naked a woman hors d'oeuvre tray or whatever. Hell, Neo had that. I went to the Neo party and Neo had the same thing. He had the naked woman that laying down on the hors d'oeuvre tray, and her body parts was covered by fruits. Her titties, her cooch, and her other titties was covered by grapes and strawberry. So she was butt ass naked. Other than that, you know. But I always like to say a party part. I always like to say, I did freak off. Unfortunately, not. I've been to sex parties before, but one of them were not Diddy's. But went to the sex party knowing it's a sex party. But every Diddy party I went to, I didn't see nothing too much out of the ordinary for what I was seeing. Hell, I used to see niggas get sucked off at Nell's. I didn't even see that at the Diddy party. I remember Club Nels. That was one of my favorite clubs in New York City. I used to girls used to used to take dudes in the back. The dance floor was real dark in Nels. You go in the back, and I would see dudes getting sucked off in club all the time. That's the same club Tupac, the girl that ended up accusing Tupac. She gave him oral sex at Nels. But so that's why when they show all of these celebrities at a local Diddy party, and people are like, "Oh, they know so Taylor Swift is on those tapes. Look, she was partying with Diddy." I believe those pictures of Taylor Swift with Diddy was like backstage at an award show or some sort of event. Let me tell you something. Taylor Swift ain't gonna be caught dead around no niggas 4 a.m. Taylor Swift is not going to be caught dead around no ninjas 4 a.m. Taylor Swift is not going to be caught dead around no ninjas 4 a.m. That's out. Unserious. Absolutely, I met Diddy. Interviewed him, took a picture of him. Um, in Miami, he was in a bad mood in Miami. So, um, in Miami, he interviewed. I sent Smitty to interview him. It was still our mic. It was Block TV, and he shouted out Block TV or whatever on the mic. But I sent Smitty because Smitty knew him. Like I didn't know him like that, and I was like, I want to get an interview for our DVD, so I sent Smitty to interview him because Smitty knew him already. And but he was in a bad mood that night. That was the night Nas was there, and Khalees was there, Buster was there, Luke was there, Marlon Wayans was there, Terrence Howard was there, Melissa Ford was there, Queen Latifah was there. Um, there's a whole lot of people there that night. Now, remember, Diddy has separate parties. His first party ends at 2 a.m. When I left at 2 a.m., I seen a whole lot of people leaving with me. Nas left, Buster left, Melissa Ford left, Terrence Howard left, Marlon Wayans left. Um, I seen a whole bunch of people leaving. Like when I was leaving, the party, I didn't go to that. And you have to remember, it's not a lot of people that knew about that. Everybody knows about it now because of social media. But that was a secret thing. If you read Cassie's, if people read Cassie's lawsuit, right? Cassie stated in there what freak-offs were. And freak-offs are basically threesomes. Sometimes Diddy would join in. Sometimes he would just watch and film them and beat his meat. But that's what freak-offs usually were. It wasn't like what people are getting the idea of is a whole bunch of celebrities just in there having sex. That's not what it was. That's not what Cassie said it is. Cassie said her freak-offs consist of her, a sex worker, and Diddy. Sometimes she would have to call three sex workers, and then they would but it would never be three at the same time. It would be her with some guy. Diddy might be beating his meat. Then when she finished with him, he have her sex with another guy. He might join in or may just beat his meat. And then a third guy. And then That would be it. So it was never like, oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of people there just having sex. That's not. Remember, he was trying to keep this hidden. The whole part about him beating off and with the man, he was trying to keep that hidden. He didn't want a whole bunch of people knowing that. He didn't want a whole bunch of people knowing that. So, and that's why she said it was kind of like our dirty little secret. Because this is the first time you've heard that saying with the Cassie lawsuit. That's the first time you heard the term freak-offs. She said we had little things that he called freak-offs. Now, as far as the recent one, I believe he was using Young Miami or Daphne Joy in the same way that he was doing Cassie. Have Daphne Joy call a sex worker and he filmed Daphne and the sex worker, or he jump in it. Maybe he's doing a threesome, or he's just filming, beating the shit to it. And I believe if Carisha was involved, it was the same thing. I believe she was involved with other girls and Diddy and um guys and Diddy. But I refuse to believe that it was just a whole bunch of celebrities there. They had Elon Musk for that. Those are the type of parties Elon Musk threw. When they would go in the parties with the mask on. Those are the type of shit that Elon Musk threw. Not Diddy. Um and you see nobody's saying Elon Musk is next. I wonder why. Because he's the wrong color. We don't say white people are next. We only say black people are next. Um so he said what would Diddy's parties be like? Who's on the tapes? All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. Cleveland said who's on the tapes. It really depends on what you're looking for. I think they went through those tapes and found a lot of parties with people partying, drinking, maybe even doing drugs. And anybody could be on them tapes. Anybody could be on them tapes. I just don't believe. It's hard for me to believe that they have tapes of celebrities having sex. I just don't believe it. Not now. If you want to tell me, oh, is Meek Mill on there? Maybe. Is Ray J on there? Maybe, even though he says he's not. Some lower level celebrities, people that work with him, Harv Pierre and video models, probably. But anybody like Leo, uh, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Swizz Beatz, Taylor Swift, uh, hell no. I say hell no. Like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see people with the careers as big as they have. I can't see them being that careless that they would allow Diddy to film them. And I can definitely see that people, you walk into a mansion the size of Diddy's, you already know that he got cameras. They all do. Ain't no way. I don't give a damn if they're hidden or not. You know that they got cameras in that building. You'd have to be dumb to think that a house his size don't have any cameras. Like I said, Taylor Swift ain't gonna be about because number one, Taylor Swift can't risk being seen hanging out with niggas. Definitely not hanging out with no Negroes 4 a.m. The Diddy parties are alive. Like the Diddy parties are live. They're just liver than your average party. He's on the mic. He's amped up. Everybody's amped up. Everybody feeling good, laughing, joking. Like he was just his parties were the best. Like he was the best party thrower, without a doubt. That's why everybody wanted to go. Black, white, Puerto Rican. Like everybody wanted to go to a Diddy party. Like his parties are like Eddie Murphy's parties in the 80s. Like in the 80s, everybody wanted to go to an Eddie Murphy party. Diddy is like Eddie Murphy. His parties like Eddie Murphy's parties. Now, except Eddie Murphy, I don't know if Eddie Murphy was throwing freak-offs. Was Nicki Minaj ever at a Diddy party? I'm sure she was, but I doubt Nicki Minaj was ever at a party. And you have to remember, Nicki's never really been that girl. I will say that about her. Even dating back to when she was first out, Nicki's never been the type that went to a lot of industry parties. Never. She's never been that girl. So I'm sure she's been to a party that like the kind that I went to, but I seriously doubt that she's ever been to a freak off. Was Eddie Murphy picking up prostitutes? We're not going to talk about Eddie Murphy today. We'll do a different video. We'll do a different video for him. Oh my god, my god. All right, so next. So my answer to that is I don't believe them lists are real. When I see it on TMZ, on CNN, something like that, I'll believe they're real. I can't believe they're real. Nah, I can't see Nicki Minaj. Um, she's never really been like that. She's never really been like that. So Jaguar Wright also has finally been called out. A lot of people say that, oh, Jaguar, nobody says Jaguar's lying. Why nobody say she's like, if she's lying, how come ain't nobody saying it? I want to talk about Beyonce. So let me create this. I want to talk about Beyonce. I rarely talk about Beyonce, but I want to talk about Beyonce today. People are saying, oh, Beyonce lost 1 million subs ever since the Diddy case. People are finally, Beyonce's losing popularity. Okay. Why? What am I missing? She's right. She had 316 million followers at the beginning of the month. She's got 315 million followers now. So what did I miss? Why is this so-called thing about Beyonce losing followers and oh Beyonce's Her fall is coming. The fall of Beyonce is happening. So they believe she may be involved, but so just because they believe she may be involved, involved in what actually? Maybe you can explain. Involved in what? In Diddy in the assault that Diddy's doing. So they believe what they believe Beyonce might be assaulting women. Is that what he's saying? Some people believe she may be involved. Involved in what? And why do they think that? Because her husband is cool with Diddy. Pretty much, Latoya, like Truth, yeah, pretty much like Truth. So everybody's saying Beyonce is over. Beyonce's being canceled, and meanwhile, Beyonce's in Paris celebrating Sir Davis. But involved with Aaliyah's death. Aaliyah died on an airplane. So what? Beyonce cut the brakes? They say she's involved. What has this got to do with Aaliyah's death? Rock Nation allegedly issued DCMA strikes on J. Cole's She Knows song after it went viral on a conspiracy TikTok that accused Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy of being behind Aaliyah, Lisa Left. So now Lisa Left. So now they're behind Left Eye's death too. And Michael Jackson. So we've already heard Diddy was involved behind Tupac. They say he's involved with Tupac. They also say he's responsible for Biggie. Now, I heard that they said Jay-Z was responsible for Aaliyah. Now Beyonce is responsible for Left Eye too now. Okay? And Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson died in what, 2010? 2009? So how was they involved in Michael Jackson's death? Even though someone already went to jail for that. This is ridiculous. Are Beyonce and Jay-Z compatible with each other? I know they have a business marriage. You know that they have a business marriage? I don't know that. If you know that, how do you know that, Clavon? I don't know that. Are they compatible? Who are we to say that they're compatible or not? Right? They've been together how long? They've been together for years. So maybe that's who she's attracted to. How many, just because they don't, in a lot of people's minds, they don't physically match. Well, they financially match, right? We don't know Jay-Z's personality. Maybe she likes his personality. Maybe hell, who knows? How many times have you seen couples that they be like, oh, wow, they're a strange looking couple? But that person works for her. So I don't know if you know that they have a business marriage. I don't know whether Jay-Z told you that or somebody told you that. I can't say that I know anything about their marriage. You can only speculate. Are there business marriages in the world, in the entertainment world? Yes, I believe there are. Are there created marriages and created relationships? Yes, I believe there are. However, they've now been married for how many years? And before that, they were together for how many years before that? So, you know, I can't really say whether, oh, they're a business marriage or not. Like, how I can't make that judgment. If they're a business marriage, they're still together. So I guess they just keep reing up their contract. But who are we to say whether they're compatible or not? If they can, if he's compatible with her in her mind, that's really all that counts. So people, we can speculate all day and all night. Right, right, Diana. They want Beyonce to be involved. They want Beyonce to be involved. Now, I would like to know how they're behind the death of Aaliyah when Aaliyah died in a plane crash. So are they saying that Beyonce, what did she cut the brakes on the plane? Like, how did she know Aaliyah was even getting on that plane? What if Aaliyah said, "Nah, I'm not leaving today." She didn't have to leave that day. She still had other stuff to do. She wasn't even really finished, but she just decided to go early to Miami. But her video shoot wasn't even done. So how are they behind the death of Aaliyah? Wow. Loaded the plane with the luggage. Right. Did Beyonce go down there and load the plane? Wow. So she lost. So a million people believe that she's behind Aaliyah's death. Man, these I swear, man, the internet, boy, they make people dumb as rocks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now they're saying, oh, they get into it because she knows it's no longer available because of the conspiracy theory. It's connected to the TikTok. Crazy, crazy. Um, nuts. So Beyonce, so Left Eye went and died in a car that she was driving in Spain or Dubai, wherever she was at the time. How is Beyonce or Diddy or Jay Z behind that? She was taken out by who? How was she taken out? She died in a plane crash, and other people died with her. So how was she taken out? Like, fine. If you believe she was taken out, that's fine. How was Left Eye taken out? She was driving the car. They made her crash the car. Left Eye was taken out too. Okay. Babe pushed the boy. Beyonce pushed the boy that Left Eye killed. And then the industry taking out Michael Jackson. Okay, that is at least believable because Michael Jackson got shot up with drugs with a doctor, right? That Sony probably hired. Okay, that's believable. That's believable because Michael Jackson got shot up with drugs from a doctor who then went to jail for wrongful death. Okay, that is believable. Now, Prince, somebody laced his drugs with fentanyl. So if you want to tell me somebody hired someone to do that, that's at least believable. But you're not going to convince me that Beyonce was behind a plane crash. You're not going to convince me of that. Because how did she know Aaliyah was getting on that plane? Aaliyah decided at the last minute she was leaving. Left Eye was driving in another country. How did she take Left Eye out? Beyonce was in America. Why would she take Left Eye out? What would she take out Left Eye for? What would she take out Left Eye for? What did anyone have a reason to take out Left Eye? What was the reason? Left Eye was in a singing group. What was the reason to take out Left Eye? I'm going to take out Left Eye. Why? Why would she take out Left Eye? They said someone drugged Aaliyah so she can get on the plane. That's not the point. That is not the point. So if they, my point is, right? Aaliyah made up her mind to leave early. She wasn't supposed to leave early. So when she decided to leave early, what did they call Beyonce? Hey, Aaliyah's leaving early. Put the plan into motion. Send somebody down here to drug her to get her on that plane. If nobody knew she was leaving early, and then she's going to say, "Oh yeah, we're going to make sure that the people that go with her, we're going to kill Aaliyah. We're going to kill Aaliyah and kill all these other innocent people too. Drug her and no, please stop. 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 Oh my God. What kind of drug did Prince take? And I think if I'm not mistaken, Prince was like pain medication. Because he had a hip replacement surgery. So he was taking pain medication. I think of possibly what Jaguar saying on an interview probably got people thinking that. Okay, well, Jaguar Wright is a lunatic. And if anybody takes what she was saying in an interview as a possibility, then you don't have a lot of sense. Because what did they to the plane? Oh, we know exactly how much this plane holds. And if she goes and all these people go, it's going to be too much for the plane. and the plane is gonna nosedive? How did they know that all those people were going with her? What if those people said, "Nah, I don't want to fly"? What if she said, "No, I'm not flying today"? How did they know she was going to leave early? That's my point. So when they listen to people like Jaguar Wright, how did Beyonce know? If she's responsible, how did Beyonce know? She's just a mind reader? Aaliyah was still supposed to be there 2 more days. She finished early. And the rest of the stuff, they didn't need her for. So she said, I'm going to go to Miami to do a record. Beyonce and them had no idea of knowing that, no way of knowing when Aaliyah was leaving. So anybody who was taking what Jaguar Wright says and said, she could have a point. How? Left Eye, what did they do? Were they driving the car? Were they driving the car that ran Left Eye off the road? Did they go to Spain and say, "Oh, there she is. Let's go run her off the road"? Yes, she was killed in a car crash. She was killed in a car crash, but being killed and being murdered is 2 different things. You can't tell me I'm not going to say who did it, or I can't tell you who did it. If you're going to say she was murdered, you have to tell me how. You can't just come with conspiracy theories and say, I don't know how, and I don't know who, and I don't know why, but she was murdered. She was in a car accident. She crashed her car. So you tell me they flew somebody to Spain, or they called someone in Spain and said, "Oh, watch everything that she does. Oh, she's on the road. Now you go on the road and you go run her off the road." And they found exactly where she was in Spain and ran her off the road. What for? What for? T-Boz is the lead singer. Shouldn't you be killing T-Boz? T-Boz was the one sleeping with Jay-Z. Shouldn't she be killing T-Boz? She's the one on the sickle cell. Seems to be the easiest one to get. She go to the hospital, just go pay a nurse to put some up in her IV. Boom. You could have took T-Boz out easy. She was the one sleeping with your nigga. Oh, wow. She's the one go to the hospital every month. You could have got her easy. Because she was talking with Suge Knight. So what? She was talking with Suge Knight. So what? What does her talking with Suge Knight got to do with anything? Oh, she's talking with Suge Knight, so I'm a killer. So what? How come he didn't kill Mary? Mary was fucking Pac. How come he didn't kill his baby mama Misa? She was fucking Suge Knight. But Left Eye was talking to Suge Knight, so we're gonna kill Left Eye. we gonna risk getting a murder charge. We're gonna risk getting a murder charge. All it takes is one person to squeal. We're gonna risk getting a murder charge. We're gonna go kill Left Eye. What? Because she was talking to Suge Knight. And you can't rethink it because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There is no rethinking it. There is no rethinking it. It makes no sense. If you want to tell me the industry killed Michael Jackson, okay, I'm with you. I believe that as well. But at least that makes sense. They hired a doctor. If you tell me they killed Michael Jackson, how? They hired a doctor and they overdosed him. Why? Because he had the Sony. He had the Sony catalog, the Beatles catalog, and he owned half of Sony, and he wouldn't get it back to them. Okay, you gave me a how and a why. That's believable. Oh, they killed Prince. How? They laced his medicine with fentanyl. Why? Because he got his Warner Brothers masters back and they wanted it. Well, at least you gave me a how and a why. Aaliyah died in a plane crash and Left Eye died in a car crash. No, Pretty and Paranormal. First of all, I'm the biggest Prince fan ever, so there's nothing you can tell me about Prince. Nothing. I was probably following Prince, sweetheart, longer than you've been alive. That's the first thing. Second thing is, he was not fighting to get his music back. He already had his music back. He was not fighting to get his music back. He had his music back already. And you can't tell me that he wasn't a drug addict. I already know that. But he was taking painkillers because he had hip replacement surgery. So he was on painkillers for his hip. And that's how they laced his drugs. He was indeed on painkillers. He wasn't on drugs. He wasn't on opioids or whatever hell they call it. He was on pain medication. If you want to tell me that somebody in Warner Brothers, a high elite or whatever, called that Walmart and made them lace his shit with fentanyl, it's far-fetched, but it's not too unbelievable. But when you die in it, that's like saying somebody killed Kobe Bryant. Who killed Kobe Bryant? He died in a helicopter. It's a little bit far-fetched unless you tell me the brakes were cut. Oh, they had somebody cut the line of the brakes. That's not why they died in the plane crash. They died in the plane crash because the plane nosedived because there was too much shit on the plane. That's why they had a plane crash. And remember, when Aaliyah first left, they were like, "You're leaving?" The dancers, most of the dancers stayed back. And the engineer people and whatever stayed back because they weren't done yet. But Aaliyah said, "You really don't need me for anything else, so I'm gonna get an early jump. I'm supposed to be going to Miami to do this record, so I'm gonna get an early jump and go to Miami." How did they murder him? Right. Prince was taking meds. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Again, You can't tell me anything. Anything. He needed hip replacement surgery. So he did not get his surgery. So he had to take something for the pain. He was on tour. Like I said, you can't tell me anything about Prince. Nothing. He did not like taking meds, but he was taking them for his hip. That's why he was going to Walmart. And there's photographs of him going in and out of Walmart. There's video stills of him going in Walmart and coming out of Walmart with a bag. And everybody close to him, Sheila E., Apollonia, everybody that they interviewed said he was having problems with his hip. Now, do I believe he was on drugs? No, I do not. But they have to have a way to inhale. He has to have a way to get fentanyl into his body. It has to have a way to put fentanyl into his body. He needed hip surgery. He didn't want to get the hip surgery. So he had to do something to cope with the pain. He was on tour. He didn't like taking meds, but he had no choice because he would not be able to perform in that amount of pain that he was in. So he was taking prescribed medication for his hip. And everybody said it. Sheila E. said it. Apollonia said it. His ex-wife said it. Morris Day said it. Everybody that knew him, the lawyer, Van Jones, whatever the hell his name is, he said it. Everyone that said he was on pain meds for his hip. But that's it. He was not on no opioids. He was not on no fentanyl. He was not on none of that other shit. But because he had to take the pain meds is how they was able to spike his meds. But that's a why, and that's a how. I said that. Duh. I said that. Right. All right, Couture. Morris Day had it. Prince didn't have it. And I said he didn't need to, so he had to get something to help him cope with the pain. And even though he does not like medication, they said he didn't even like taking aspirin. But in order for him to perform every night, he had to get something to cope with the pain. That's why he started using pain meds. But they were prescribed pain meds. But you could give me a how and a why. They killed Whitney Houston. How? They drugged her food. They food poisoned her. They gave her drugs. Ray J. They sent Ray J for the drugs. Ray J got her back on cocaine. Why? Because Clive Davis, she was coming back up for her master. She's come back up for her 30 years. And Clive Davis wanted to replace her with J Hud. And he used Ray J to get her back on coke, which she was not on at the time, until she started messing with Ray J again. And Ray J was hanging out with the Hollywood drug dealer, Van Exel, or whatever the hell his name is, and got Whitney back on coke or crack or whatever they were doing. And I believe he gave us some bad drugs. And I believe Clive Davis to be behind that. But I can give you a why, and I can give you a how, and I can give you a why. Y'all can't give me a how and a why for Aaliyah or Left Eye. You can't say, oh, because Aaliyah was fucking Jay-Z. No, she wasn't. She was with Dame Dash by the time she died. She was already with Dame Dash. And I don't want to hear the nonsense about, oh, because Beyonce would have never gotten as big as she was if Aaliyah was alive. BS. BS. Let's just stop it. That's everybody's favorite narrative. Oh, Beyonce would never have been as big as she was if Aaliyah didn't die. BS. Aaliyah wasn't even dominating when she was alive. Aaliyah wasn't dominating. Beyonce didn't need for Aaliyah to die to become who she was. Beyonce was going to become Beyonce regardless. Aaliyah was not in Beyonce's class. Let's just stop it. Let's just stop it. Stop it. Beyonce had more talent in her pinky toe than Aaliyah had in her whole body. Let's just stop it. Stop. Aaliyah got immortal when she died. Everyone tried to act like she was this dominating artist. Brandy wiped her down. Lauryn Hill wiped her down. Let's just cut it out. She wasn't even dominating when she was here. Brandy was bigger than Aaliyah. Let's just stop. They love running that narrative. Oh, she killed Aaliyah so she can get the top spot. Beyonce was going to get the top spot anyway. Beyonce was going to get the top spot anyway. Aaliyah could not stop Beyonce from getting the top spot. She didn't have the voice. Beyonce danced better, sang better. The only thing Aaliyah did better than Beyonce was act, and she couldn't even really act that great herself. She was only in a couple of movies, but the fact that Beyonce can't act at all is the reason why we could say, okay, Aaliyah was a better actor. But it's not like Aaliyah was freaking Angela Bassett. She was an average dancer. She was an average singer. She didn't write her own songs. So let's just cut it out. There was no reason for Beyonce to kill Aaliyah. She wasn't messing with Jay-Z at the time. She didn't have no spot ahead of Beyonce that's going to stop Beyonce from going to where she was going. There was no reason for Beyonce to kill Aaliyah. Let's just end that. What are you, Pretty and Paranoid? What are you talking about? I didn't ask you how Prince was taken out. I already told you how and why. We're not even talking about Prince. I said Aaliyah. I said I understand the Michael Jackson theory. I understand the Prince theory. I even understand the Whitney Houston theory. But you cannot tell me that Left Eye and Aaliyah were taken out, but then you can't say, I don't know how, they just were. Exactly. I believe, I believe that from, and this is what was said. And like I said, G, y'all go talk to G. That was her favorite artist. Like she still cries to this day over Whitney Houston. What she told me was Whitney Houston was upset that Clive Davis was moving on to Jennifer Hudson. Clive Davis, Whitney Houston was back. Clive Davis said, "You got to get yourself clean. You know, you're costing me money. You have to go to rehab. You have to prove that you're clean." Because Whitney had lost her voice, like she was doing bad. What I heard was when she wanted to get back to the mix, she was going to go to that Grammy party. That was supposed to be her coming out party. She was supposed to be back in the mix, showing everybody that she's back. But then the night before, Clive Davis is on TV and he said, J Hud is the new voice. And Whitney Houston heard that, and Whitney Houston was livid because that was her nickname. She was coined the voice. Here is my father figure, a man who I look at as a father. He's in front of the world and telling them, this is the new voice. But I'm still alive. So I heard that Whitney Houston was livid at Clive Davis. And from what I was told, Whitney Houston was going to blast Clive Davis. She said, I'm not holding his secrets anymore. I'm not holding his secrets anymore. And I believe that she caught whim that Clive was out to get her. And that's what I believe she told Brandy. That's why Brandy will never tell anybody. Because I believe she said, your brother's involved. That's what I believe. I don't know what's on that note. But I believe, judging from Brandy's reaction, that Whitney Houston said, Clive is trying to kill me, and your brother's involved in it. That's just clearly speculation. I'm not even gonna say allegedly because I don't know. That's what I speculate she let her know that I think Clive is after me, and your brother is involved. Because remember, hours before Whitney was found dead, people reported that they heard arguing with her and another male voice. Next thing you know, you heard like a loud thump. Boom. Like somebody was slammed to the floor. Then you didn't hear any more arguing. This is all reported by people who was at that hotel at night. A few hours later, after ordering room service for 2 people, She ordered 2 meals. You could go on TMZ and still see the meals. She ordered 2 meals. But when she went to that bathtub, there was only her left. The other person that she ordered the meal from wasn't there anymore. And Ray J was gone. And he showed back up at the hotel with the drug dealer guy. Maybe he was going to get more drugs to feed Whitney. And then she ended up just passing out while he was gone. Because why would Whitney Houston order 2 meals, 2 different meals? I gotta see if she ordered 2 turkey burgers, right? Give me 2 turkey burgers. There was turkey burger, something else, French fries, and champagne. Then it was turkey burger, something else, and a Heineken. Why would Whitney Houston order a Heineken and champagne and have it come on 2 different trays? She was ordering that. And then when Ray J used to be on For the Love of Ray J, and they be in a club, and even when I went to the Neo party and I took pictures with Ray J, what did he say? Let me wait a minute. Wait, Have. Hold on, Have. Let me put this Heineken down. That was Ray J's drink. Heineken was Ray J's drink. Whitney didn't drink no Heinekens. Hold on, Have. Let me put down this Heineken. So I know for a fact, more than likely, that Heineken was for Ray J. The question is, why did Ray J leave? And how did Whitney get face down in the tub? If somebody falls asleep, right? If somebody falls asleep in the tub, even if they unconscious, they're gonna slide down. The body's way too heavy for you to be face first, trying face first in the tub. Her body's way too heavy for do that. They said when he showed up, she was face first in the tub. Mind you, Whitney Houston didn't even like bath. She was always scared of baths. So they said she never took baths. She was scared of baths. I was. JB's, I was. I told him that. I've been to 5 Diddy parties. I'm gonna put that in my industry stories. I've been to 5 Diddy parties. Got pictures from all of them. I was 1 in Miami, 4 in New York. Um, 1 in Miami was 2000. I was at 1 Diddy party in '94. I was at 1 Diddy party in 2002. I was at another Diddy party in 2008. Another one in 2009, and I think the one in Miami was 2009 as well. So I've been to 5 of them. So whoever said that, you ain't gotta be off the record. That is true. But I didn't see not one bottle of baby oil, unfortunately. I didn't see no baby oil. I didn't see no Vaseline. I didn't see nothing. Wasn't no freaking and wasn't no orphan. Of course not. I was there. So ain't nothing good gonna happen. That's just my luck. He probably called all the hoes and said, yo, Heaven Hollywood's showing up. No freak offs. The freak offs are all the freak offs are off for tonight. uh, oh man. No girls. No no girls is fucking tonight. Nobody fucking tonight. Heaven Hollywood's showing up. I would have looked. Well, why am I upset? They found fun. Shit, you gonna tell me? You gonna tell me that the freak offs don't sound fun? Cassie, shit. Any straight man would be upset. Cassie, freak off with Cassie? Shit. I would have loved to be. I've been to sex parties before. I ain't never been to a sex party with nobody like Cassie. Young Miami? Shit. Have you seen Young Miami? You said, why am I upset? Have you seen Young Miami? Have you seen Cassie? Why wouldn't I be upset? Jeez. It was just a party. Everybody had a good time. Diddy throws the best parties. Everybody was lit. Everything was free. Everything you could ask for in a party. The liquor was free. The food was free. I was working. I was doing my own independent TV show at the time. So he was like, "You can interview whoever you want, but you got to interview them outside. I don't want no cameras in my house." That's the ironic thing. Everybody got videotaped. He did videotapes, but he didn't allow me in his house with the cameras. He said, "You got to film out, out on the patio. I'll send whoever you want to interview. I'll send them out to you. But nah, Playboy, I don't want you to record in my house." That was in Miami. So I wasn't even allowed inside with my camera. The other one I already did the industry stories on. That the first part I went to him was 94, somewhere around there. And that's the night he slapped Albie Shore and Kim Porter tried to fight Coco from SWV. That was the most lit party. That was the most lit one. But that wasn't even a Diddy party. He was just at that party. Uh-huh. But all the other ones were just lit. It was like good time, people dancing, alcohol, Ciroc. He introduced Ciroc and coconut. He was like, get this, Playboy, get this, get this. Make sure you got this on tape now. Make sure you got this on tape. This is the first unveiling of Ciroc and coconut. Yep, I remember that night. But people have to remember, All Diddy parties are not Freakoff. That's what people have to see. The internet have polluted everybody's brain into thinking that every single party Diddy gives is a Freakoff. That is not true. The parties that you see pictures of all these celebrities, these are not Freakoffs. I don't understand why y'all think it is. There are no pictures. There are no public pictures at a Freakoff. Nobody has them because they were secretive. They were secretive. They weren't public knowledge. His regular parties were public knowledge. Everybody been to that. You can Google pictures of that, but you can't Google no Freakoffs. No, I never met Tupac. Never met Tupac. I've been in the club that I've been in a club where Tupac was in at the same night. Like I said, I was there the night he got his wee wee sucked in nails, and that was the night he got charged with the R. I was there that night. I saw the girl that sucked him off in the club. Later on, she got hemmed up for sodomy or whatever. But I've never met Tupac. And nobody's met Cassie wasn't consenting though. That's not true. Cassie was consenting. That's why she was doing it. Cassie was consenting. She did it for 10 years. You're gonna say that she wasn't consenting? She was consenting. What about Biggie? Never met Biggie. Unfortunately, never met Biggie. Cassie wasn't under the influence every single time. And again, did you read the lawsuit? Did you read the lawsuit? Okay. So I don't want to hear that. I read the lawsuit back and forth. She was not under the influence every single time. And she said her reason for not doing it was she was afraid that he was going to shelve her or cut off what he was doing. So she consented to it. She took the drugs most of the time to numb the pain or not just to be out of it. But she didn't come into the relationship on drugs. He offered her drugs. She said in her lawsuit, he offered me drugs. And I said, what is that? And he said, don't worry about it. Just take it. And she took it. Well, why didn't she just say, no, I don't do drugs. I'm not taking it. She wasn't even signed to him at that point. She wasn't even officially his girlfriend yet. She had a nigga. So I don't want to hear that she wasn't consenting. She very much so was consenting. Now, was she scared and consented scared? Yeah, she was probably scared. However, Cassie left that relationship 4 times. She left the relationship 4 times. At one point, she moved back in with her parents. He did not go to her parents' house and get her. She came back on her own. She came back on her own. So more than one thing can be correct. Did he abuse her? Yes. Did he give her Molly and give her drugs? Yes. Was he the reason why she probably got addicted to drugs? Yes. However, never once in that lawsuit did he ever say, if you leave me, I'll kill you. Never in the lawsuit did she say that he came to her and dragged her back to her place. He had people call her and say, it would be your best interest to go back because what about your record? What about your music career? If I'm getting my ass beat, and her parents begged her not to go back. She was living with her parents. Her parents begged her not to go back. She went back. Why did she go back? Because she was living a certain lifestyle that only Diddy could provide for her. She wasn't paying for any meals. She wasn't paying for her apartment. Wasn't paying rent. Eating at all 5-star restaurants. Didn't pay for no flights. Can walk into any Birkin store and grab what she want. You just got to call it what it is. You got to call it what it is. Because if it was all about I'm getting my ass beat and I'm getting abused, I would have said, so what, nigga? I'll get somebody else to sign me. If you that girl, if you really think you that bitch, when they said you should come back or else he's not going to put out your music. So what, nigga? I don't, if this is what I got to do for you to put me on, fuck you. Somebody else assigned me. She was signed to Ryan Leslie when she met Puff. Ryan Leslie was going to help her. She was signed to Tommy Mottola as a manager. Tommy Mottola was just as big as Puffy. Ryan Leslie did all her music. He made the song that only hit that she ever had. Ryan Leslie made that song. She was his girlfriend when she met Puffy. Puffy can't make her break up with Ryan Leslie. She broke up with Ryan Leslie on her own. Because she felt as though Puff could do more for her than Ryan Leslie. Let's just keep it a buck. Just keep it a buck. She got involved with Puffy, knowing that he had a family, knowing he was with Kim Porter. Did that stop Cassie from fucking Puffy? No. He can't make her fuck him. He can beg and beg and beg and beg and beg all he wants. She gave in to him. She left her man for him. I'm not going to say he didn't abuse her. We saw it on camera. We saw it on camera. But she is not 100% innocent. Sorry. I'm not giving her that. I'm not giving her that. Because you had 4 opportunities to stay gone. And if he didn't put your music out, so what? You look at Cassie now 20 years later. Where is your music career? You still got the same hit. So what was the point? What did he do for your music career? He didn't do anything for your music career. You still have the same hit that Ryan Leslie made. You don't have any other hits from Puffy. Puffy didn't give you no hits. So why were you staying with him? Because he was supplying her with a lifestyle that Ryan Leslie could not provide her with. just keep it a bean. Just keep it a bean. She social climbed her way to Puffy. And when she finally got out and got back with her parents, right there's your safe haven. You're living with your parents. He never came to her parents' house to get her. He never drove out there and dragged her out or told the parents, I'm going to kill you if you get in my way, or threatened to kill her parents if she didn't come back. None of that was ever done. That was ever done. Cassie's not 100% them. She is responsible for some of that, but for some of the actions that happened to her. She's not at blame for getting beat, but she is responsible for allowing those beatings to continue, because she could have left that relationship. She was not held hostage. She was not held at gunpoint. And a lot of women stay in relationships because they don't have nowhere to go. That was not her case. She had somewhere to go. Her parents' house. She had an apartment of her own when she met Diddy. So it's not like she didn't have nowhere to go. But what would have happened was, oh shit, I got to pay this cell phone bill now. Oh shit, I got to come up with rent now. Man, I got to pay these lights now. Going to a restaurant, oh man, I can't go into Nobu no more. It's Applebee's now. Chili's. Applebee's. I can't go into Nobu no more. I don't got his black card no more. I'm not on the list no more. I can't go stay at 5-star hotels no more. I got to stay at the Ramada now. Shit. No room service at the Ramada. Damn. I can't go in Barney's no more. I got to go into fucking Marshalls. Damn. I haven't bought out of Marshalls in 10 years. Burlington Coat Factory. I got to go into Burlington's. I can't go into Barney's. I got to be a regular chick. Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. He said he ain't gonna do it no more. He said he ain't gonna do it no more. I gotta I can't eat this shit. Fucking Chili's come, the food's all cold. Charging me $25 for this shit. Nah. You ain't gonna do it no more, Puff? Nah, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. I ain't gonna, it ain't gonna happen again. All right, you promise it ain't gonna happen again? And I ain't gotta do the freak-offs no more? Oh, I didn't say that. So I'm sorry. And I don't victim shame. I just reserve my empathy and sympathy for real victims. Real victims. And I'm sorry. A victim to me, and I said it before, a victim to me is if you agree to go on a date with somebody, we go to dinner and drinks, you agree to come to my place for dinner, or you agree to come somewhere for drinks and dinner. And in the midst of you having drinks and dinner with me, I drug you and you don't know about it. and then you wake up with a dick in your mouth, or you wake up and realize you've been violated when you were just drinking, and then all of a sudden you start feeling woozy and you fell out. That's a victim. That's a victim. Or when you're driving home at night and you get out your car and somebody pops out of the woods and covers your mouth and pulls you back into a car and awes you, or pulls you and abducts you and takes you somewhere and awes you, that's a victim. Or someone beats you up, abusive, you're a victim of domestic violence. You're not a victim if you consent to having sex with escorts because you don't want your meal ticket to end. Sorry, you're not a victim. You're a willing participant. Don't insult real victims like that. You are a willing participant. And then when your bag got low, you wanted to sue him. That's what really happened. That's what really happened. You wanted to sue him when you and your husband started having problems because he had a client list. You met him through Diddy. He was Diddy's trainer and your trainer. You started smashing him before you and Diddy split up. You would splash him. That's why he was around so quick after the breakup. You started smashing him because you met him from Diddy, and he had celebrity guests because of Diddy. And then once you left with him, you thought he was going to continue on with that same celebrity clients, and he was still going to be making $2 million a year, $3 million a year. That would have been enough for you. But what happened was he got all those clients from Diddy. So when Diddy called him up and said, nah, don't fuck with him no more, and all the clients started saying, nah, he's not going to be our trainer anymore, and you done had 2 babies, now you're worrying like, well, damn, what are we going to do? I'm going to go back and ask for my publishing. I'm asking for my publishing back. Went back and had the lawyer said 2 months prior to the lawsuit, she had dinner with Puffy. Why are you having dinner with him? I thought he was a monster. Why are you having dinner with him? You got a new man already. You're married with 2 kids. Puffy's lawyer's papers said Miss Ventura had dinner with Mr. Combs 2 months prior to the lawsuit. Why are you having dinner with him? Why are you having dinner with him? And you got a nigga. She had dinner with him to ask for that $30 million. I want $30 million. I'm writing a tell-all book. And this book has everything that you did to me. I want $30 million. And I'll give you the book, The Catch and Kill. You'll have first writers. You'll have exclusive rights to the book. It won't come out. You can buy it from me. It will never come out. Puffy told his lawyer. His lawyer, Percy, told her, kick rocks. She came back. I'm filing a lawsuit. If you don't give me the $30 million, I'm filing a lawsuit. And with all the abuse claims and evidence I have, you're going to lose. Puffy lawyer said, go ahead, file it. So she filed it. And once he saw all the backlash and all, once he saw it, that's when he said, wait. That's why he settled it so fast. Because he didn't believe she was going to write the book, and he didn't believe that she was going to file a lawsuit, but she did. And then he ended up filing for $30 million anyway. And then everybody else saw that and said, oh shit. Look, Cassie got money. He settled with her. If I file my lawsuit, he might settle with me. And then this one come, and then this one come, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And if you notice, they all mention Cassie. Oh, I wasn't going to do it. But then I saw Cassie come forward. No, sis. You saw Cassie got that bag. You saw Cassie got the bag. It was no, you saw that Cassie came forward and that gave you the strength to come forward. No, sis, you saw that he settled with Cassie and you said, he probably gonna settle with me. Same thing happened to Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson said, I don't want to go through this, I just want to settle it and get it over with, that was supposed to be the end of it. What did people see? People saw that boy got $7 million or 12 million, whatever they got. They said, oh shit, my son spent the night over there. My son spent the night over there plenty of times. He probably did something to my son. We're going to file a lawsuit. And that's when then everybody started coming. Oh yeah, my son slept over there, and I believe he touched my son. Right, the Libra. The thing is this, it's not even about the lawyer. Diddy probably said it himself because he has that type of ego that he probably thought that Cassie would never do that. But the moment he saw her leave her for the trainer, he should have said, okay, this bitch right here, if she want 30 million, I'll give her the 30 million. Sign the NDA like that. Nothing ever happened. You will say you will not press charges. You will not bring me up on charges for anything in the future. You will not even mention me. Then he would have had the book or whatever else and been the end of it. I think the liquor company may have came in. I think the liquor company may have came in after Cassie. I think the liquor company has something to do with the other people behind Cassie. I don't think the liquor company had anything to do with Cassie, but I do believe they had something to do with the other lawsuits, and they may have even told Cassie, "Hey, ask for this, that, and the third." They may have been. I think more so that the liquor company came in with the people after Cassie. So where I do believe where 50's going with that, I just don't believe it was all the liquor company. I believe if he would have paid Cassie, it wouldn't have mattered about the liquor company. They would have got him back in another way. Well, anyway, dollar sign Evan Hollywood is a cash app. My throat is sore, no Diddy. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go drink me some water. And that's the end of that. It's gonna be the end of my night. Came off thinking she wasn't serious about right, right. He probably thought she wasn't serious, but that's narcissism. That's narcissism right there. Make sure you go follow Couture Bay. Make sure you go follow um Chalk Coffee City. I fuck with Coffee City. I fuck with Couture Bay. Anybody else on YouTube, y'all can eat a you know what. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Mob Radio. Shout out to Coffee City. Shout out to Couture Bay. Shout out to who else I fuck with? Oh, my reaction video dudes like Dex TV, No Life Shack. Shout out to No Life Shack. Shout out to Dex TV, and of course the Real Time family, my brother the Jedi Council. You can check out Real Time every Monday night right here on the IE Network. Shout out to my moderators and everybody else. If you're not a member of the blog, go check it out. Behind the Industry blog. That's formerly, in case you didn't know, that's G and what's her sister's name? Naji. That's it, y'all. I'll go get something to drink.